have Jeffrey with me tonight. How you doing, Jeffrey?
Hi, Kim. I'm great. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Thank
Your
you.
intro is beautiful.
Well, thank you. I did not do it myself, but
I bet I bet I can guess who did.
I know. It's the same one who did yours.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So wonderful to have you, and we get to meet again together because we met on your channel last, I don't know, last month, I guess. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
last month.
yeah.
So here we are, September 1. We had the blue moon last night.
Yes, we
Did you
did.
did you do anything for the blue moon?
You know what? I had such a busy day yesterday. I didn't have the energy, but I did go out and take a real good gander at it.
Okay, good, good. Yeah. Um, I I I thought it was a blue moon 2 nights in a row, so I did it twice.
Oh, well, the full moon energy lasts for 3 days, so that's all good.
Yes, yes. And I don't know if everybody knows you, and I want to just welcome everybody here tonight. We have Wiki and Janie and Kelly and Valerie and Leah and Flora. Let me see who else is here. I mean, Star Midnight. Thank you guys for being here. Janie, we know you guys can have lots of things to do tonight. There's Tracy and Susan, Valerie, and thank you all for the moderators. There's SG. So awesome, awesome to have you guys. And so Jeffrey, as you guys may or may not know, Jeffrey Peck, Mr. Jeffrey Peck, who has a YouTube channel, and it's called Jeffrey Peck Medium. And you also have a website, and you guys probably know him now, but maybe not. JeffreyPeck.com. And I put it up there in the banner. And if you want to get a hold of me, I'm at mediumkim.com. So we are going to talk about mediumship tonight. Is that okay with you, Jeffrey?
That's fantastic. It's one of my favorite topics.
Okay, okay. So I have a few questions, and we'll just see how we go tonight. And if you guys have questions of either one of us, not too personal. Well, I mean, it can be personal. But we may not answer it. I mean,
I'm an open book, so
you are okay. Yeah. Well, that's good to know. I mean, I really am too, but
yeah.
So, if you guys have questions about mediumship or anything spiritual or metaphysical, put it in the chat. Maybe at the end we'll see how we're going along here. We might do a few card readings, see how that goes. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jeffrey, first of all, I'd like to ask you, what is your definition of a medium?
A medium is somebody who is able to connect with those departed loved ones on the other side.
Okay.
Literally connect with those departed loved ones on the other side. And we've all heard we've all heard psychic and we've all heard medium, right? So I get the question quite often, what is the difference?
Yes.
Mediums use their psychic faculties to connect with those on the other side.
Yes.
Being psychic, we're tuning in and we're tapping into your field, your soul, your energetic field. We're tapping into you. No, here's the thing. You have memories with your loved ones, right? You have memories, you have a lifetime of memories that we can actually recognize in your field, right? We can pick those out. And that sounds like mediumship, but technically it's not, because we are literally connecting with you and your energy. A medium will actually connect and blend with that person on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And they're joining us. It's a three-way conversation, and we're just right in the middle.
Right. I feel like the spirit world is with the person we're working with. They don't come
100%.
to me. They come with them.
Yeah.
But I want to add, Jeffrey, if you don't mind, I want to expand it a little.
Yeah.
I want to expand it to, walking in the middle of the worlds, right?
Yep.
But also beyond just our departed loved ones. Now, I don't know how you are, but I love to talk to the angels, the guides, and I feel that's also being a medium too.
Completely.
Yes, that's part of the work. I also feel a well-rounded medium would be well-versed in healing. and perhaps maybe even a deeper mediumship, maybe a passive mediumship, such as trance mediumship. So
Oh, absolutely.
I believe there's a variety. It's I think I'm only bringing this up because as we're evolving, and especially in this YouTube community, which has been such an explosion over the last few years, the old fact, I would say, back, when the spiritualist churches, you go to the spiritualist church and you talk to departed loved ones, and that was a medium. But nowadays, in the modern era, as everybody's ascending, it's the guides, the angels, the galactic beings.
Oh yeah, our galactic friends. We can't forget them.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love the galactic friends.
Yeah.
So do you have particular ones you like to work with in the galactic world?
You know what? The galactic friends have really just made themselves known to me with my own personal experiences, like within the last 3 months. So that's actually starting to develop within myself, that particular new connection. Now, the angels, the archangels, the fairy world, oh my gosh, that I love all of that. I've always been interested and wondering about our galactic friends. And then this summer I had really had a truly amazing experience, and I came out of it like, wow, okay, well, here we go. Why not? Right? I mean, we're all connected.
I'm hearing it more and more that you're not the only one. It's coming around frequently now. I hear, for me, I've seen them for quite a while. I want to say about 20, I don't know, almost 20 years.
Wow.
That I've seen the galactic friends, not every day, but just, and I've just always thought, okay, they come in as a lot of healers. Or
yeah, for sure.
But there are all kinds of shapes and sizes out there. I just, today I did a reading with a lady, and I saw a beautiful turquoise colored that, we often think of the blue Arcturian, or you think of green, but these were beautiful turquoise that were just shimmery and really beautiful with her.
I love that.
Yeah. So anyway, I just think it's in the world where we are expanding even.
Oh my gosh.
All the time.
It's so true. And when we talk about what we know already, honestly, that's the tip of the spiritual iceberg. You know what I mean? It's just the tip of the spiritual iceberg.
That's right.
So much that we are exploring and learning, and it's fun. It's exciting.
Yes. I think as our awareness rises, then we can go outside of the box where we currently are. And then we're going to go outside of another box and another box, another box. Hello, Cat Mama, Meowdy, and happy birthday. And hello, Linda and Cheryl. I'm just noticing.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. So that's great. And I love, by the way, as far as healers, I think there's a lot of really powerful galactic healers. So they're coming more and more in the forefront.
Agreed.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Good. I know some people don't like to talk about the galactics.
I agree. I think that it makes people uncomfortable. I think that there's been put a lot of skepticism and fear with Hollywood and the movies that they're here to take over and whatever. But yeah, I do feel like that it is coming more and more, and the more of us that talk about it, well, that's how it all starts, right? We got to have the conversation.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I have another question. Are you ready?
Yes.
As a medium, is there a certain food that you feel enhances your abilities?
Wow, that's a good question. I've never been asked that, so I'm really like.
I just thought of it. There wasn't anything I wrote down. I
love it. I love it. You know what actually makes me feel best is I eat a ton of fruit.
Okay.
And so when I'm working during the day, I don't like to eat heavy. I don't like to eat heavy in general, but like, I wouldn't eat a slice of pizza before doing my readings,
Yeah.
But I would say I eat a ton of fruit, and it makes me feel, really good.
Good. Right. I think water is also very important. You
Oh,
know,
mhm,
I notice I drink a lot more,
mhm.
you know, if I'm busy with readings.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely. This energy work that we're doing,
yeah.
it's moving through in the ways that it does. And it's, it's so quickly, it's quick. And the water for me, it like keeps me grounded. It keeps me that like flush, like the energetic flush. It's a metaphor for that as well, just to keep me. I completely agree.
Nice. Right.
Mhm.
Right. So sorry I threw you off. Um,
It's okay.
I'll try to ask you really hard ones. I'm gonna, so, do you feel like did mediumship run in your? Does it run in your family? No.
No,
Okay.
no. I did not experience this as a child.
Okay.
My parents did not. They look at me a little bit wonk-eyed, with what I'm doing now. They're a little interested, but they're more like, you know what I mean? Um,
Okay.
but no, for me, I became attuned to Reiki in 2006. And the side
Mhm.
effect for me was that it just ignited all the spiritual senses all at once.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't know what was happening. I had experienced, intuition throughout life and synchronicities, but not the clairvoyance or the clairaudience or the clairsentience in the way where you can feel somebody with you in your field. Um, but it started to happen, and then during Reiki treatments, I felt like I had to start talking because I knew somebody was standing in the room with us, and I
Yeah.
and I just felt like I had to start speaking out, and I did, and I was delivering evidential mediumship before I even knew what it was. It was spontaneous, so that's how it started for me, and then it's just
Okay.
developed. That was what, 15, 16, 17 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's kind of similar for me when I was doing energy work. I mean, I
Yeah.
started with psychic work, around 95, seriously studying.
Yep.
But then it was mediumship more around 2003, 2006 time frame.
Oh
Similar
yeah.
and with around energy work.
Yeah.
I think you're so close when somebody's tuned into somebody else's energy field, then it's an easier step then to go from there to the spirit world.
Absolutely. We're all connected. We're
Hmm.
all connected to each other spiritually and energetically. And when we are in that, we're working with each other in a Reiki treatment or hands-on healing or qigong. I mean, that's getting the energy moving too. That happens with people. But
Hmm.
yeah, it really gets everything going, and all of our spiritual senses start to, the antennas go up, and that's when we start to, recognize all of this like, ooh, something else is happening here.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Because also when you quiet your mind and heart,
Hmm.
then you're receptive.
Hmm.
Yes, and of course, right? The galactic healers and they're all in the beloveds are wanting to be there too.
Hmm. Absolutely. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
They aren't missing out on our lives, and they want to be part of our healing. They want to be,
absolutely.
there and share their love and share their healing energy. And yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful.
Okay. So now tell me, do you feel your life as a medium? Do you feel you're different than the average person? I mean, how do you? What is life for you like as a medium?
I mean, I really don't feel different.
Okay.
Because we're all fundamentally at the forefront. We are all spiritual, energetic, eternal beings,
Hmm.
sparks of the divine, every single one of us. And there isn't anything more special or more important or higher or better or between any of us, right?
Right.
The only difference is some of us are a little bit more sensitive,
Sensitive.
that's all. But in having these conversations with people, when we talk about the sensitivities, and everybody can relate to a point in their life where they experienced a hunch or they thought of somebody and all of a sudden the phone rings, or just those synchronicities that happen that maybe they were just thinking about a moment before. And that's really, tapping into that energetic consciousness that is all around us. And so no, I don't feel different, but we're just a little bit more sensitive, that's all. And then just having this conversation, might inspire curiosity in anybody else wondering, well, I can do that too, so
That's right.
how can I do that? And then we have the conversation, and it's a little bit different for all of us, but for me it was getting attuned to the Reiki. And other people come into this awareness through trauma, really uncomfortable ways. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe
Yes.
a terminal illness that suddenly they healed from, or maybe a near-death experience, or maybe the trauma of losing somebody very close to them, and that is severe grief just kind of blew them open in a way where suddenly they're recognizing all of those senses. And but yeah, we're all connected.
Definitely all connected for sure. And I agree everything that you said. And I think another way people with that trauma, it could be even a childhood, violence in the home,
Ooh,
having to really be aware without getting the verbal, but just feeling the room energy. When you walk in the room, does it feel like a safe room or not a safe room, or that kind? So
completely.
you learn, or maybe you learn to step aside your awareness a bit. So yeah, being more sensitive. Yes, I think though too, being sensitive, people, all of us here, and I bet you, I can bet you um, that people here are sensitive in this group.
Oh, 100%. Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. And so, do you have any tidbits, or what ways do you help yourself navigate through your sensitivities? For instance, do you sit in this Epsom salt bath every night, to wash away everything? What do you do for yourself? What's your daily routine kind of a thing?
Yes, that self-care is always really big and at the top of my list. I used to do salt soaks all the time. And I'd call them super sacred salt soaks, and I'd get the salts going and the candles going and the aromatherapy going, and
Yeah.
calling all the angels and calling, and yeah, and that's really important to me. I like to go
Mhm.
outside and just get in the nature,
Yeah.
and next to the water, and just like breathe, and just really put
Mhm.
myself back into my present and in my space. um I have a continual dialogue going with spirit,
Mhm.
nonstop. So from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to sleep, and then wherever I travel in my dreams, yeah,
Wow,
there's
that's
always that conversation going too. So
beautiful. I know some wonderful mediums, others who do that. I don't know that I have a continual, all day long dialogue, but off and on for me.
yeah, it's open-ended. It's open-ended. So it's
Okay.
just,
Yeah. I want to say hi to Kevin's Loving Vibrations. Hello, Kevin. we
hi, Kevin.
um and then so yeah, I think as a sensitive, as a sense as we are sensitive, sometimes we might not even notice, like we're starting to feel anxious,
Oh,
or but we're not sure, is it us or is it our neighbors, or and if we're so maybe it's down the block, or could be around the world even, that we can pick. Nowadays, I think, especially as we become more one and more connected, as not that we've never not been, but now our awareness is more,
that's it. Yeah, yeah, totally.
and so we're going to have more of that, I believe.
Definitely.
More, everybody will be having more of the sensitivities.
Yeah,
And so,
absolutely.
I think one of the things we could do, for anybody here, is to, like you say, clearing your field. I like to sometimes, when I go in nature, I put my hands up and I open my palms to the sky, and I just sit there like this, and I just allow that sun and sky and wind and whatever coming into my palms and down my arms and then down my body down to the earth. And That's also, I think, a clearing.
Totally.
Uh-huh.
Well, you have the intention. So however you do it, it's going to happen, right? And I
Yeah.
think it's absolutely beautiful. I love that actually.
Well, one of my guides taught me that, so it wasn't my creation.
Well, I still love it.
Yeah. Now let me see here, because Faye has asked, how do both of you go out in public and not go crazy without the spirits invading your space? Oh, that's a good question. Do you
That
want
is
to
a
answer
good
that
question.
first?
Sure. So I had this experience about 3 years ago. And my partner and I went to Key West, Florida, and Key West is it's really spiritually active. There's a lot of residual energy. There's a lot going on there. And I had just done this really beautiful meditation before we left our hotel. And we were leaving the hotel just to wander down the really busy touristy, lots going on street. And I had forgotten to basically close myself up. I was I was kind of in a hurry. So I was all open and it was beautiful. But I was in a hurry. So I'm like, okay, gotta go. And I get up, I'm out the door. Okay. Walking down that street, I started to feel extreme anxiety.
Ooh.
I started to feel like almost like upset, like frustrated and irritable, and poor Evan. I mean, everything that he was trying to have a conversation, and each time he'd say something, I would bite, I would snap back, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yes.
Yeah. So I realized that I hadn't, closed myself up. That is very important, to walk out with your boundaries and that intention of establishing those boundaries that, we're not working now, so we don't need to be bombarded now,
Intention. But even I'm sure, the intention to work with spirit world for sure. I mean, I don't have spirits come at nighttime to say, hi, I'm here.
Nope.
I don't have that at all. I never have had that, actually. For me, it's all about intention for sure. But then sometimes like you say, you're thrown off, you are totally open. And
yeah,
even if you had closed up, perhaps there were so many people or whatever, you may not, it just wasn't a good time, probably to go out into that public. And I do think people who are sensitive need alone time.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. My alone time is when I recharge.
Yes.
I'm an introvert. I would, I don't particularly love crowds and
Yes. Yes.
events,
Right. Right.
yeah, so for me, my alone time, that's everything.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Me too. I couldn't go any other, I get disappointed. Don't talk to me. Let me hide behind the sofa if anybody wakes up,
Yes.
I'm really not here. Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you have any pets? I'm just curious about your personal life now. I've got some other questions, but you do? Well,
yeah, I do. I have 2 golden retrievers.
What?
Asher and August, and my partner has a corgi, Archer. So we've got 3 A's: Asher, August, and Archer.
Oh,
It's a mouthful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. I've got a golden also.
August is my 5th. So I've got my 4th and my 5th with me right now. And that's just ever since I was a little kid, I just always gravitated to the Goldens. And so that's just where I find my joy.
Me too. Because, they're known to be the most playful of the dogs.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, and as big as they are, can be a little cumbersome when, little ladies are walking by and they want to run up and give them some love.
Oh, I know. Mine. Yeah, I know. That's another one of their downfalls is they think everybody wants to say hi to them.
They do. Oh, they think everybody loves them as much as I do.
Exactly. I know. My other one is I have one golden retriever and one half golden, half lab. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Beautiful.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to change it. Another question. Oh, proper nutrition. Thank you, Craig, for saying that. Yes. From helps in hearing from the other side. And I believe, what Jeffrey was saying about the eating light. I think that does help.
Yeah.
Yes. And
That's
I know, talking a little bit more about the subject, putting what we ingest in our bodies. Some people feel like you have to have a hallucinogenic or drug or something like that. I think mediumship is a hallucinogenic drug for me, but
it's
you
true.
know, I know, I've heard a couple people that say there's a benefit to a one time or something like that. I don't know. I just never have tried it, but
Yeah, I know people have had some really, really incredible experiences with things like ayahuasca
yes, yeah,
journeys and DMT, and it's all that that plant medicine, I think is what it's called.
uh-huh.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Sharon, for sending big hugs and everybody's birthday. Yes,
Hi, Sharon.
it's starting out as a Virgo month. When is your birthday, Jeffrey?
August 12th. It was just a couple
Oh,
weeks ago.
that's right. We
Yep.
were on right before your birthday.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. There's a psychic question here. Maybe we'll get to that in just a second.
Thank you, Craig.
Um, okay. So now, do you have a particular meditation practice that do you meditate? I hear some mediums say, "No, I don't need to meditate," and some mediums, "Yes, I have to meditate." What's your practice?
Yeah, I do. I love to meditate. I love to sit in my own silence,
Yeah.
and then connect with my guides, guardians, angels, some in travel, so to speak.
Hmm.
Um, but I also do what we call sitting in the power, and that's where we're sitting within our own soul and really really connecting with the source of it all, and really just expanding, and that's very, very helpful for me.
Yeah.
It's
Me
for
too.
me, I feel like that when we are sitting with our own soul in that way, for me, like I see it as a way for the spirit world to really get to know us. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
working with them in a
Right.
way that really it helps them get to know us. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, I think it's very important too. I I love to meditate. I mean, I could, if I don't have anything else to do, I could meditate for sure, a couple
Mhm,
hours. But
mhm.
I almost never have that much time. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love it. Yes, I know. But I do think it takes practice, and I think the more you practice,
Oh,
the better you get.
yeah, it absolutely
Mhm.
takes practice. I mean, and I can't say that I sit there on the daily and I don't have monkey mind, the thoughts
Yeah.
that are all over the place. No,
Mhm.
I still have that happen. And you just get to a point where like, I can have fun in a paper bag. I have a very childlike, I can have fun and be silly. And in my meditation, when I find that my thoughts are starting to run amok, remember the old Carol Burnett show? Remember in the credits when she would come out in with the broom and sweep off the stage?
Yes.
So that's what I see going across my mind when I have those thoughts that
Oh,
are all over. I see her come through my mind and sweep everything up, and then it's clear, and then I'm clear for a while, and then some thoughts come through, and then I get her back, and she comes through and cleans everything up for me.
wow. I love
Yeah.
that. Oh, for me, I find a word. Like when I feel like my mind is wandering, I use a word to take myself back into center. Like
Mhm.
it may be the word peace
Yeah.
or love or something like that. Or I'll pick a color and I'll meditate on the color. And then that keeps me back into center.
There you go. I love that
Yeah.
too.
I mean, yes,
You know what? Whatever works, right?
whatever
Whatever
works. There's so
works.
many ways. So
Absolutely.
many. Yes, yes. Okay. Now, so before you meet with somebody for a reading, do you have any rituals or anything like that you do, or even in your daily, if you're not doing readings, but just for yourself, as far as calling in spirit? Do you light
Yeah.
a red
Oh,
candle or?
absolutely. Yes. I call everybody in. I call in my
Mhm.
guides, my guardians. I call in uh, anybody who is willing to stand and hold the space with me. You know what I mean? Let's just
Yeah.
hold the space. Let's bless the space. If it's a mediumship reading, I call in all of their loved ones who needs to come through, who's there's an intelligence to spirit, and they know what needs to be, who needs to come through, who needs to say what, the messages. So I just ask that all of that is managed in the way that it is supposed to be. And I'm just here, use my voice. And
Hmm.
so I just put myself in that quiet space, and I imagine myself I imagine my spirit puffing up like a balloon, and it
Oh,
just like puffing up. I say up, but out into spirit, like just so that I just feel it's just maybe it's a silly little visual that I have, but it makes me feel like I'm like out there with them,
uh-huh,
even though I know we're all together. There's no separation, right? But
uh-huh.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, nice. Okay. Thank you. All right, now let's see here. Oh, and when you close up, after a reading or whatever, or when you feel like you're wanting to wind down, what do you have a certain thing that you do?
Yeah, I mean, I physically do this, cut cords,
Oh,
and
you physically do it.
I physically do it, and I ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords between
Oh,
all of the connections during the day, and bubble myself up, into.
that's nice.
Mhm,
Beautiful.
mhm.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that I have a particular.
I was just gonna ask, do you?
No, not really. I honestly don't. I mean, I've heard of people have a shade. They close down the shade, open up the shade. I've heard these different
Oh
things.
yeah.
I don't really have anything. It's just for me, it's all about intent. I mean, I met my meditation
Mhm.
ahead of time, and then I will go out in nature, like in between or whatever, and then I just go like water the plants, play with the dogs, and I feel like that is a way where I'm kind of clearing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love ritual. Like I
Yeah.
can throw down a great big crystal grid and sit in it and levitate. I love the ritual. So yeah, that's just part of my
Uh huh.
part of
I
my
like
thing.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. 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 I have my little ritual sort.
Ah, I love that.
Isn't this nice?
Yeah,
It's a little way to cut, but I have, I don't
sure
use it. I
is.
sometimes use it for myself, not too much. Okay, let's see here. Now I'm going to come up with some other things. Now people are asking some questions here. Okay, well, is there anything that you want to tell us, Jeffrey, about yourself, about the world, anything you're getting around what's going on the earth, anything that you're picking up now for us to know? Well, that's two different questions. One about yourself and one about what's happening around the world.
I'm gonna go with the world first.
Okay.
You know, what I keep hearing and feeling and sensing, it is all so synchronous what is happening, the separation, the feeling of separation between parties, between governments, between countries, between races, and all of that. It is very synchronous to the climate change that we're experiencing, where the weather patterns are going bananas. It's chaos all over the place, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And it's through all of this where we come together. It's
Hmm.
through all of this that we actually come together as one, like we've always been. And it's a really, we're here for lessons, right? We're here for lessons. We're here to grow. We're here to experience. We're here to love. We're here to walk each other home, regardless of the color of our skin, or what religion we are practicing, or whatever. But there's just so much that is happening, and it's so scary for so many people. And 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 it's unfortunate that so many people have to be, well, killed in the way that they are, whether it's the fires in Maui, or the massive gun shootings that are happening all over the United States, and earthquakes and weather and all that stuff. It's through all of this where, I mean, if you think about back to 9/11, remember how people came together after that?
Right.
There were no lines between anybody, no matter what
Mhm.
their religion was, what their color of their skin, or who they loved. There were no lines. And all of this that's happening around the globe right now is truly bringing us together. And the thing is, we're so much better together. And I think more and more we're we're starting to recognize that within each other. There's
Yeah. Hmm.
there's hope, and in that hope we have each other. And
Yeah.
so I don't want I want to encourage people not to fear all of this change and all of this strife.
Yes.
but to recognize it as a reminder of how truly connected to each other we are.
Yes, and that's beautiful. And I agree with you on that. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about this community is that we come here together, because if we didn't have some sort of something, because some of us are very isolated in our homes or whatever, this is a wonderful community where we can at least get strength from each other.
Oh, it is. It is.
And I do feel, even though I know there's a lot of mass exodus on the earth now,
Yep.
but it's also a new beginning.
Oh,
And I want to focus on the new beginning and not the ending, because I think the ending can be scary. I'm scared too. And I just like, oh my gosh, it can be overwhelming. But I wonder if I can imagine the new beginning as being love and beautiful and light. Whenever we can get over the humps, then that's what I want to focus on. But it's a hard time. This is an amazing time. Everybody says it's an amazing time, but it's more and more getting more and more amazing as we're going along.
Yeah, it is. And I love that you brought up the community, because it's so true. And you know what the thing is? I resisted and resisted and resisted getting on YouTube. I had this other picture painted in my mind that, it was torch wielding villagers out there ready to come at us. And absolutely not. It's been so beautiful.
Yeah.
This year has been, it's just beautiful in every direction.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like I know you already. And do you feel like that about me?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, definitely.
Before I don't know. It's like I know you.
Yeah.
So now I don't know if we can take a few questions here, if you want.
Sure.
Okay, so we've got hypnicity. Well, she's asked this several times. Oh wait. Okay, I'm going to just move around. I'm just going to bounce because this one. I stepped on an Alaska airplane. I knew immediately this plane was going to crash soon, but not right now. So I stayed on the plane. A few weeks later, the plane crashed. Wow. See, there's that thing. I'm getting the chills as I just read that. The little claircognizance.
Oh yeah.
Precognizance. Yeah, precognizance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's great, Cheryl. So that's wonderful that you have that precognizant gift that you and you knew it wasn't then. So
that's amazing. I mean, I haven't even experienced that.
No, I don't know. I haven't felt anything but a plane for sure. All right, now this is one about. This is more of a mediumship reading. Okay, my parents are married, and do they have any messages? They are Betty and Fred. So let me see, hypnicity, Betty and Fred. I mean, honestly, I know they've been with you because I've seen your question come up over and over and over, and they're like, finally, okay, of course, we're here to cheer you on. I mean, that's the main thing, is that it's the love and the support and the cheer, like they're your cheerleaders. And I think I see your mom now. I know she's coming in as yellow for me, and I don't know. For me, this would be, like as a wisdom or a teacher type personality. But I see her holding you as a baby, and like you're the most beautiful thing she's ever laid her eyes on. And I'm getting the chills on that. They want you to know how beautiful you are. Also, now they're showing me the color blue when for you, your intuition. Okay. And I feel like this is at night, especially that they are with you at night, and they are giving you little messages, but they're also saying your intuition is increasing as well. I don't know. So Jeffrey, do you feel anything else from Fred?
Yeah, hypnicity. I do. I feel like that you are. I feel like you've been praying for some answers from them, or for some connection with them, or them to show you a sign of sorts. And I feel like that I feel like I have to answer that answered prayer for you. And I keep being drawn to the kitchen. So I feel like that there's activity in the kitchen that you will have remembered with your mother, and you being in the kitchen. There's a feeling of happiness and joy in there. And I want to say that there's an experience in the kitchen that you either have had, or you are it's coming. with your parents, just kind of like with the light in there, where the light might flicker or the microwave light might flicker. You know what I'm saying? There's and it feels fun, it feels playful, and it feels like, you know, we're here, we're here, we're here. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And thank you for saying that, because I feel that I smell cinnamon, and it makes me think that cinnamon might bring back a memory too that they shared together.
Yeah.
Ah, ah, so that's nice to know. Um, okay, let me see here. Somebody's saying you do that brilliantly, and I don't know what they're saying. Well, you do a lot of things brilliantly, Jeffrey. Let's see. Oh,
Me?
okay. Well, yeah. Well, Cheryl's just saying, I wonder if I should have told the stewardess in the flight who greeted me as I got on the plane. Probably not,
No,
honestly.
no,
I mean, you can say it, but I don't know that it would have made any difference.
I
It
don't
would
think
have scared them probably.
so.
You know, one time I was in a nursing home and I saw this dark spirit. I mean, coming down the hall, like I thought I was going to be like, oh my gosh, I had to move. Like it was fast and I had to move. Um, but I did say something to the staff, and no, they didn't know anything about me, but I just like, oh my gosh, there's something. And actually, it was two dark spirits. They looked like they were going in room to room and like ravaging, kind of like that, hungry, like what. So I moved over and I talked to the staff, and they said, I said, I just feel spirit. Let's all stay over here. And they said, well, this hallway now, we haven't been able to grow any plants. People are starting to have mental illness, and this hall, nobody's doing well in this hallway. Like, oh my gosh. But you
Wow.
wonder why it would have just stayed in that hallway. Interesting, because they had a whole building, right? But
Yeah.
anyway, just so interesting. Okay, how
When you say you saw them, did you see them with your physical eyes or with your third eye?
with my physical eyes.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah. And somebody's saying Midnight on Earth. I'm about to do a thing on Midnight on Earth soon. Okay. And I did do a thing on Midnight on Earth. So let's see, episode number 32, I think it is. But he's now up to, anyway, I'm going to go back on his show again. He's a wonderful man from Portland, Oregon. He does a podcast, but all things interesting, spiritual, paranormal.
What is
Uh,
his name?
Jake, I think it's Rapper. I think Rapper or Trapper.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
Jake,
look him up.
Midnight on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. I love him. Okay, now let me just see if there's another question. Uh, okay, so, well, we'll talk with Peggy here. Does my mother have a message for me? Okay, Peggy. The very first thing I feel from my mother is don't don't wait. Like go, like start it now, whatever. But it does feel like it's a spiritual adventure here that she's talking about for you. Like go for it, go. Yeah, she's encouragement. Just go. Don't wait. And I do see the color purple, and like you're already in it. It's just needing a little confidence to expand and to feel like you're truly in it. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it feels like it could be even just meditation or connecting to your team, your spirit team. Um, she's very supportive of your spiritual growth, and proud. Oh, and I just see proud. She's so proud of you. So this is what I feel for you, Peggy. I don't know. Do you feel anything else? I know these are so quick.
Yeah. No, actually that is exactly what I was feeling. I was feeling this like I'm being lifted, like as if your mother is lifting you energetically, spiritually. She's making me feel like she is supporting you. I mean, supporting you in ways that she supported you when she was here, but she's at the other side. And there's this real feeling of like enchantment, like the experiences that you're feeling spiritually, the synchronicities that you're experiencing, that enchanting wonder and curiosity. It going with what Kim said is yes, there's a great sense of her playing along with you and really along for the ride the whole time, supporting
Mm-hmm.
and loving and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, again, thank you and blessings to you, Peggy. All right, so lovely to have people here, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, Sonia, do you see my higher work? And if so, what kind? So let me see, Sonia. this would be something that I would ask maybe your spirit team about this. I see you actually. I see you teaching.
Oh my God.
They're talking about your ability to um, hmm, meet people where they are so that you can lift them higher. But it's not just mental knowledge. It's a spiritual, it's a heartfelt knowledge. So working with groups of people, teaching or guiding or supporting feels really positive. Are you getting the same thing?
Oh my God, totally. I mean, I was seeing her with groups of people. I saw them put like a mentor's cap on her, as if,
Yeah.
and the way that you're able to communicate with people is so fresh and fun and engaging, and you've got so much to share. And I feel like that the people that you're working with are younger. I mean, it doesn't feel like children, but I feel like that they're younger. You know what I mean? Maybe younger spiritually, maybe just new to their spiritual
Oh yeah,
awareness. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that is it feels really good and it feels so fresh. I just I want to like this freshness about you. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, yes. Beautiful, right? It's bright yellow too. Now, I did see Mother of Giants. Oh my gosh, I just wanted to say sorry, my dear, for losing your papa. I know
Oh
it's going to be
yeah.
hard right now. It's a hard time. So just a couple of weeks ago. So Sony is his name, or Sonny, I guess. Sonny. Oh, I mean, whew. Okay. Oh my gosh. I feel like you would have danced together at some point in your life. I don't know, was that a wedding? But he's reminding me of this. And he's great. I mean, he's so happy that you even asked, and he's coming in. I see, I mean, I know his clothes don't matter, but he's basically white and it has like one red rose. I feel like it's all about love, right? Um, all right. And don't worry. He's fine. He is absolutely fine. More fine than ever. And actually, I think he feels way better. Like whatever he suffered from, is totally gone. So I mean, I know that's kind of general, but I this is what he's coming and showing. But really, the love. Do you feel anything different, Jeffrey?
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely feel that sense of love, but I also feel this great sense of gratitude. And I feel like I need to say thank you for how he felt cared for in the last leg of his life. There's
Hmm.
there's this feeling of real like people showed up. You know what I mean? It feels like people were there, and he just felt very cared for. And that smile, like I keep feeling this warm, peaceful, loving smile about him, and that's what he wants you to remember.
Hmm.
um and know that, I mean, you have a spiritual awareness, you have an ability to feel him, and to remember that if you think you feel him, you felt him. if
Uh-huh.
if you wondered if he just thought of you, he just thought of you. So
Right.
please
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
lovely. I love that. Thank you, Jeffrey. And blessings to you, Mother of Giants. Oh, okay. Now, Amy's asking, what does my dad John say about whether I should put a new roof on my house in Illinois? Will doing that help it sell? Okay, Amy, with your dad John. I have an answer. Do you? You want me to
Go
write it
ahead. I
down?
was
Let's see if we get
reading
the
the
same
question.
thing.
You go right ahead.
I gotta know. I got no. Like, don't, like, it won't help it sell.
I feel like it's other things. Like I feel like that there's more to it than just the roof.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
I think that can be expensive. And yeah, I feel like he's saying no, save your money. I don't know. So I hope that helps you, Amy. Good luck on that, selling your house.
It's an expensive ad to do in that last moment of selling the home. It's really
Right.
expensive.
I think it's what can be 10 to 20,000. It's pretty big.
Yeah, it is big, and all of that can be negotiated within the contract.
There you go.
They want
Right, right,
a little concession for it. That's helpful.
right. I like that. Okay, Viviani, do you have a message for me? Hi, Viviani. All right. Okay,
Hi.
my dear. Viviani, message. I see a blue light coming around you now. And this has to do with your healer ability and your intuition. hmm and I also feel a little bit of an encouragement just to get a little more sleep. We can probably all use a little more sleep. At least I know I can. um, okay, so the light within you is beautiful, strong, and sometimes our physical body doesn't match our inner light. So know that don't judge yourself based on your physical body, because your beautiful light is what is shining and healing many others. Actually, you're a healer for many other people. Just your presence, even here tonight, is healing for many. Yeah. What about you, Jeffrey?
Yes. And along with that healer within you, I want to remind you that you bring, along with that healing energy and that healing vibe, this harmony that you bring with your energetic field. You have a way of blending. I mean, the people that know you, the people that meet you, you bring harmony to all of this. And what harmony is multiple chords that sound in tune together and beautiful, and they strum in sync, I guess is what I want to say. And that's what you bring to the people in your life, to the people who meet you, and spiritually, what Kim was saying, that healing vibe within you is it's beautiful. And I love the harmony that I feel within it. It's very cool.
I see gorgeous blue too. I mean,
Mhm.
just really gorgeous blue. Okay. Now, maybe we'll just do one or two more, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Tracy, do you have a message for me? I'm assuming that's a message for you from your spirit team. And you, whenever you get anything, Jeffrey, you go and I'll just, we don't have. I'm seeing little flowers. I've seen, and these have little orange flowers, and these remind me that little hummingbirds would come to these flowers. They're with a tiny little orange, red orange, at the end.
Yeah.
So there's there. I know these feed the hummingbirds, but it also reminds me of. I mean, there's a few things when I feel this. The hummingbird that I'm seeing is blue green, but this is telling me about your interdimensionality, that your ability to travel between the worlds. Um, you have that ability. You have the ability to be very grounded, and you have the ability to be very in the spirit. So just know you have that. Expand your openings, and just know that this is part of a talent. It's a gift that you have. It's very strong.
Mhm.
And yeah, Jeffrey, what would you like to add?
Yeah, and Tracy, I'm feeling within you that you are doing some really big inner work, like really looking back in your life, and like it feels almost like radical forgiveness. Like you're really looking in the past, looking at the childhood wounds, and looking at that through a new lens, a newer lens, maybe one that you've just really been able to allow yourself to focus through, the lens of compassion, where we look at those people that may have hurt us in the past, and we think, oh, this isn't condoning their behavior, this is not giving them a free pass, but maybe, just maybe, they did the best they could. And that's what I don't know if that's exactly what you're feeling, but that's how radical this forgiveness feels for me within you. And I
Oh,
just want to say, keep going, keep going, keep going. This is the hard work. And it's when we move through this deep spiritual work, this is what is exponential growth for our soul when we get back to the other side.
oh, yeah, yeah. And that reminds me that deep spiritual work, so she can travel the inner, find her higher self. And
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
nice. So beautiful. Thank you so much. I wonder if we want to just close. If do you have a card you want to pull? I didn't even bring a card with me, but
Oh,
um,
sure.
I don't want to remind people, even though we're still kind of in that blue moon, if they want to get a glass of water, put it in the moon. I did it this 2 nights now. Cover it with a, saran, whatever you want to do outside. Keep it outside overnight. Let the moon energy infuse your water, and then you drink it. It'll be like magic elixir when you drink it, and you can set your intention when you drink it, or drink your, you know, draw a picture or write a poem or anything when you're drinking your water, and you put out your dreams.
I love this. Either I just had a deja vu or I heard somebody else say this earlier. I'm not quite sure, but
Oh,
as you're saying this, I'm thinking, okay, this is the second time I'm hearing this. It's a message for me. I got to do this, but I don't remember where I heard it from before. So I think I just
oh.
had a deja
Well,
vu.
I said it with, is it Mel? Was it last night? You said it's Friday? No, it's Wednesday night. Wednesday night, I talked about it with Mel about the water because I got that in a meditation.
Oh,
I just
interesting.
saw my team showing me to drink the moon infused water.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, you did
I
that,
didn't see
yeah.
you guys Wednesday, but I just love it. Wow.
Oh, you didn't. Well, that's so interesting. So somebody
Yeah.
else got that too.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Woo! Okay, what's the card?
All right, you guys. So I just pulled the card, signs, and I love this for us as a collective because the synchronicities are coming at us from spirit all the time. They're
Oh,
always trying to get our attention, right? Whether it's the repeating numbers or you have the hawk that flies next to you and actually looks at you, or maybe like recently I'm having vultures. Vultures are all over my tree right in front of my door here.
oh,
And there
nice.
are messages in all of these little bizarre little experiences, but they're experiences that make you go, huh? When they give you pause and you go,
Yeah,
that there is your sign
yeah.
that was for, there's a message in there for you. So
Right, right.
I'll leave everybody with that. I love you all so
Oh,
much. Thank
thank
you so
you.
much for being
Yeah,
here.
love everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'll give everybody a hug and hope you have a wonderful weekend too. So thanks, Jeffrey, for being here. This was a
Kim,
blast.
thank you so much for having me.
Okay.
I'm hugging you from here.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I think I did it.